Hi everyone, happy Tuesday, welcome. I hope you are all well today. If you are, I don't know how the rest of the country looks, but Western Province is pretty cold, so gonna get our bodies moving tonight, get a little bit warmer. I'm definitely starting this with some swag. So I got my socks on, and I've been practicing in my socks a lot. Good to have socks. So I have a few pairs of my Jeff Swag socks actually, and I'm absolutely loving them. Welcome everyone. Hi Dirky, welcome. Hi Tam. Welcome everyone. I see there's a few people jumping online, guys. Please check in, especially those of you who are doing one-on-ones. Let me know, tag your coach, let your coaches know that you are on this session, guys. So as most of you know, super important that if you're doing the high intensity training that you need to be doing your flow classes, right? So these are for stretching, mobility, general relaxation. It's time for yourself to just release any tension or stress that you're holding in your physical body. And then, of course, the benefits of yoga, the benefits of really working with our breath is that then kind of translates into our emotional and energetic bodies as well, you know, really quieting the mind and just helping us to relieve tension on all levels. So that's why I'm here. Welcome everyone. Hi Taryn Perry, welcome. Nice to have you here. Keenan, welcome. Hi Kathy, also wearing my socks. Good. I give a socks cue. So you can keep your socks on until I cue you to take your socks off. Welcome back, Kathy. I'm glad you made it to the session. Hi Larissa, very chilly in Gauteng too, all wrapped up. Yeah, I know, like I'm always getting in trouble with my partner because I got these little heaters. And I know it's probably like not very good for you, but I just can't live without them. So I've always got these little heaters going everywhere I go. They like travel with me in the car. It's really bad. But I'm not a friendly person if I'm cold. Rita Thornhill, hi, welcome. We've got Jillian and hubby joining us today. Fantastic. Welcome everyone. Today, as I mentioned yesterday in the intermediate practice this week, we're kind of going to work in opening back line and some front line. So that's hamstrings, quads, calf muscles, hip flexors, psoas, getting a little deeper into our bodies. Hi, Catherine. Nice to see you. Just on time. You're always on time, Catherine. Like you're always super early. Hi, Lisa. Carmelita, welcome. Caroline Hickson. Hi, Saskia. Nice to have you all joined. Oh, I see we've got Beatrice here, all the way from Italy. Sending lots of love your way. Yeah, nice to have everyone here. I see you guys are all hopping online, so make sure that you please check in, guys, especially those one-on-ones. Your coaches want to know that you're here. So glad I'm not in SA anymore. Loving summer here in Denmark. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a blue Monday for South Africa, I think. Yeah, power, quarantine kind of going back, like we've got our curfews again, and then just hectic storms. So yeah, well done everyone for getting through that Monday, yeah, taking tonight as a bit of time to rest and recover through this practice, I hope. Haley, hi, first time here. Welcome, Haley. Is it your first yoga session or just your first time with me, your first time on Jeff? Either way, welcome. Guys, like I always say, especially in these sessions, I can't be there to help you, you know, face to face. So please look after your bodies. Take a break when you need to take a break. If we're doing something where you're upside down, feel free to come up whenever if you're feeling any nausea or pressure, it doesn't feel great. Take a child's pose at any time if you need. And just don't don't overstretch into your body. All right, so taking full responsibility for your bodies in these sessions. But welcome everyone, my first time, excited. Yuri, Bueta, hello, long time. Hi. Krupa, hi again, welcome. Lizette, you got Kate here, excited for my first class, welcome Kate. Another first, Alison Prince, welcome everyone. Nice to have so many new faces here. So for today's session, you will need, you can see they're kind of in the background, not behind the thingy, but you'll need a cushion. So any cushion can be kind of like a cushion off your couch or even a cushion off your bed. We just use that as some extra padding throughout the practice. If your knees are feeling a bit sensitive, we're going to do some work on our knees today. So then you'll definitely need a cushion just to place under your knees. All right. Who's on here? Roz, missing the live again? No! Shame, Roz, you're having a busy week, okay? No worries. Of course, one of the great things about these sessions is you can catch them up in your own time. But guys, if you're catching up, make sure to still comment. Let me know how it felt in your body. Let me know how it went. Hi, everyone. Hi, Mark. Long time. Nice to see you on here. Some great names popping up online. Hi, Sandine. Nice to see you. Good to chat to you earlier on as well. Kaylee, I hope you had a good weekend. Did I have a good weekend? I think I had a good weekend. Where was I this weekend? What was I doing this weekend? Oh, I had a fabulous weekend. Thank you. Yes. Oh, where's that quickly? I was in Cape Town. I actually taught a yoga workshop at the old studio that I used to teach at. So I saw a lot of people for the first time in about 4 months. And yeah, it was great. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you did too, Kelly. Katie, welcome. Just finished catching up the HIIT class and I'm aching. Time for flow. Exactly, guys. That's what these are for. You need to be telling yourself for every HIIT class you do, you need to be doing one of the flow classes, right? Mobility, recovery, movement, trying to release tension in the body. And also when we move slower, you can really take your time, you know, as you go through these practices to almost do a little full body scan and really check in with yourself and see how your body's feeling, where it's holding tension, perhaps if you're holding pain anywhere that you maybe don't feel when you're moving a bit faster, you're not really thinking. So using these sessions truly as a check-in with yourself. Who else have we got on here? Oh, shame. Siri's here. Hi, Siri. And Bianca. Hi, Bianca. Nice to have you here. Aminat, welcome. Bev, welcome again. Hello, Lindsay. Hi, Derek. Nice to have you all here. We've got Sarah here as well. Welcome, everyone. So let's give it another 2 minutes or so before we get started. So if you have just hopped on, you will need a cushion. As per usual, you guys know how these sessions work. You need a cushion or two just to use as your yoga prop. So if you happen to have a yoga bolster or cushion at home, you could always have that next to your mat for those practitioners who already own those props. Otherwise, don't worry about it at all. I'm also just using a regular cushion off the couch, so that will do as well. But yeah, other than that, you'll need yourselves. Hi, Will. Nice to see you. I was actually going to message you today, so that's a good thing your name just popped up. Hi, Anita. Who else we got here? Emma. Excited to catch the live. Welcome. It's so nice to have you guys all on the live. And then Kaylee, huge block between my shoulder blades lately. Oh, Kaylee, you and me both. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've always had a bit of a thing there. I don't know how many of the classes you did last week, where we were doing quite a lot of side planks. Let me know. You could send me a DM after class. Kaylee Gorman. Just let me know. We can have a chat about that if you like. Will, Angel, you're an angel, Willem. Nice to have everyone here. Miney here as well. Welcome, everyone. Happy Tuesday after the week of Monday that I know a lot of us have just had. So I hope that your space is nice and quiet. I hope that you have perhaps had the opportunity to light some candles, to light some incense, to lower your blinds, and just have 45 minutes for yourself. All right. So I think let's get started, everyone. So as I said a bit earlier on, I will cue you when to take your socks off, but it's freezing. So I'm going to keep my socks on for now. You're welcome to do the same. So we'll actually start lying on our backs. Bring your feet as wide as your mat and allow your inner knees to gently touch. So we call this constructive relaxation pose. Crossing your elbows over your chest and just letting your elbows cross one another either towards your chest, or you could bring them up almost to cover your eyes. So just see which variation feels better for you with the arms. And so you just want to make sure that you're nice and comfortable and grounded. Take a full breath in through your nose. A big sigh out through the mouth. And again, a big breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. And then one more big breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. Nice. And then just come into a natural rhythm. If your eyes aren't closed, close the eyelids now. And just start to really connect to your breath. And so really moving into the next 45 minutes with the intention of giving yourself some me time, giving your body time to move into healing and repair mode. And then by using our breath, just trying to slow the heart rate and really regulate our nervous system into that rest and digest state. So we're just basically telling our body that it's safe, that it's held. And staying for a few more breaths, simply change the cross of your arms with as little movement as possible. And feel the rising and the falling of the chest and the belly. And see if you can completely let go of your day. Anything and anyone outside of the room that you're in. Anything and anyone not on your mat. And so that your awareness is simply with yourself in the present moment for the next 45 minutes. All right, and then take a nice full deep breath in through the nose and then hold your breath. So inhale. Hold the fullness of your breath. As you hold your breath, Draw your knees to your chest, bring your hands to your kneecaps. And then on your exhale, curl up, bring your nose towards your knees and squeeze all the breath out. Nice. And then release your head down, keep your knees to chest, inhale. Let's interlace our hands around the front of our right shin and extend your left leg forward, ground your left heel and activate the front of your left leg, curling your left toes towards your left shin. You can do the same in your right leg. And then I'd like you to feel for really drawing that right knee in as far as you can. Take a little hollow in the belly. Take a full breath in. And the same thing, on your exhale, curl up and see if you can bring your nose and your knee to touch. Nice. And slowly soften down. And we'll switch. Left knee to chest. Change the interlace around the front of left shin. Grab your right heel as you extend that leg. Draw your right toes towards your shin and flex into your left ankle. Take a full breath in as you lay here. Slight activation in the abdominals as you curl your shoulders and your head up. Bring your nose to your knee. Exhale all the old breath out of the bottom of the lungs. Nice. And inhale, come back down. Draw right knee up to meet left. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And then bring right hand onto right knee, left hand onto left knee. You can soften the ankles and the feet completely now. And so you're soft, you relax from your toes to your ankles, your shins, your calf muscles, your knees, your thighs, your hamstrings, your buttocks, and your hips are all soft. Slight little activation in the abdominals so that you're not lifting up through the lower back, but the whole spine is pressing down. And then using your hands, move through a few hip rolls. So squeeze your knees a little tighter to chest. Then separate the legs. Let them move away from you only as far as the lower back stays grounded. Bring the knees to touch and back to center. Nice. And then just do a few more like that. Beautiful. Bring your knees into chest. And then bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. So your head is resting in your hands. Curl your elbows up towards the ceiling. And then, as we just did, extend your right leg forward, but this time keep the heel off the floor and draw your left leg as close to you as you can. Activate abdominals, curl head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and like you're trying to pull your two legs apart from one another, but rest your head in your hands. Nice, release head down. And switch. Keep both legs off the floor. Extend through your left leg. Squeeze your right knee to chest. Take a full breath in. Keep your lower back grounded as you curl head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Split your legs apart. Draw your belly down. And then release your head down. Draw left knee into chest. Nice. Release your hands to your knees. Flex into your ankles and then split your knees to draw your knees towards your armpits. Happy baby pose. Draw the soles of the feet to face up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to the inner edges of the feet. And then again, try to keep the whole back line down. We're just feeling in and around the hips. And then from here, we're going to extend both legs. So release your hands, bring them to your inner thighs, and then extend your legs as much as you can. So remember, not going to be your deepest stretch, just really easy for now Turn your toes down to the floor. So my hands are helping to hold my inner thighs and roll the inner thighs towards me. I'm keeping my whole back line on the floor. Maybe you take your hands a little further out towards the feet. Nice. And then release. Bring both legs back to center. All right, then placing your left foot down in line with your left buttocks. Extend your right leg up, and then again here, you could just keep that leg up, holding onto the back of that right leg. Or as you go, you'll slide your hand a little further up. Try keep the front of your right leg active, opening the back line. And again, my head and my face isn't doing anything here, so don't clench your jaw. Deep, full breaths. And so you learn to sit in the intensity of a pose or in an intensity of energetics that you're running, and you use the breath to kind of chill it out. Nice. Bend both knees, hug to chest. And then ground right foot. Extend your left leg up. Hand could be just behind that left thigh. Look how active the front of my leg is so that the back can release. And again, then maybe I pull my hands up a little further. I'm still trying to keep both buttocks on the floor. Active left leg. Trying to ground my shoulder blades so the whole back line of the body is grounded. My abdominals are quite active here, so they're really securing my spine downwards. And my breath is full and my breath is deep. Nice. Bend your left leg and draw your right knee to chest. We'll meet in tabletop position. So you could roll to the side and press yourself up, or cross your ankles, rock up into a seat. At this point, even though I don't want to, we'll remove our socks. And then you can roll over onto your knees, coming into tabletop position. Setting up for our downward dog. Make sure your hands are at least shoulder distance apart and that the creases of the wrists are pretty much in line with the frontage of your mat. My fingers are nice and spread here, like a starfish. And I'm lifting the knuckles of my fingers, so I'm really pressing firmly into the fingerprint of each of my finger pads. Tuck your toes under, super bent knee downward dog, just so we kind of get our first inversion here, allowing our head to be lower than our heart. Draw your lower belly in and wrap your outer shoulders down. Deepen your breath now. And then press a little firmer into your left hand and start to anchor your right heel down to the mat. So you'll feel your pelvis shift a little to the right. That's fine. I want you to have that same feeling as when we were on our back now. Firm front leg of that right leg so you can open and access the back line. Tilt your pelvis forward, melt your heart down. Beautiful. And switch. Bring a little more weight into your right hand. Press back like this diagonal line as you anchor your left heel down. Draw up your lower belly. Should feel quite nice. And then let's come back to center. Press back, lift the sit bones. I know it's tough on the arms. Look forward. And then start to make your way to the top of your mat. So you might get like halfway and you realize, oh, feel a bit stuck. Then just come up onto your fingertips. And continue all the way to the top of your mat. Let's bring our big toes to touch. Bring your hands onto your shins and take a halfway lift. So you're really looking forward here. Hands to the shins and your sit bones back. As if you could place a table anywhere along the length of the spine. And forward fold. Bend your knees until you feel your buttocks activate. And so you're using the strength of the buttocks, the legs, and the abdominals to roll your spine up from the bottom to the top
Start to stack your vertebrae. Leave your shoulders and your head for last.
Nice. Equally grounded through both feet. Draw the spine tall. Find your midline. Find your center. And then inhale, high mountain, draw the arms up. Palms to touch. Bring your hands down past your face. Try not wobble side to side. Stand nice and stable. And then fold yourself back down. You can bend the knees here to bring your hands to the floor. Let's tuck our chins just to complete that movement. Take a few breaths here. Soften your shoulders, soften your head, your neck. Nice, and then we'll come into a halfway lift. Just let all the blood drain back out. And then we're going to step our left leg back here. So opportunity now to quickly grab your cushion, slide it under that left knee if you'd like some extra support. Your front knee is stacked above its ankle. Press firmly into that foot and draw both arms up. Holding your arms up nice and tall and strong. My arms are super active. Okay, my hip line is level. I'm drawing my lower belly in, drawing my rib cage slightly back. I'm almost trying to let my tailbone sink down. I'm going lifting through the arms, but then relaxing around the neck and the inner shoulders. Okay, keep everything as it is with the hips, and then try a nice open twist. So take your left arm back, take your right arm forward. So I can immediately feel how there's quite a lot of movement in my pelvis. That's fine, but I'm still holding myself together. So this left glute is still trying to keep that left hip moving forward. I'm not gripping with my right toes. I'm pressing down to draw up. And let's take one more full breath here. You could look over to the left if that feels good in your neck. All right. Lower your left hand down. Bring your gaze back forward. Draw left arm up. Keep the shape and twist to the right. So take your right arm back, your left arm forward. Keep that little squeeze in that left glute. You could look over to your right if you like. Take 2 more breaths. Nice. Then you'll look forward. Again, lower right arm, draw both arms up. And now interlace your fingers and really press them up. So now you can sink your hips down a little further. Again, don't kind of split out of your hips. So you're not collapsing down. You're lifting slightly up and you're getting a strong opening in the front of this left thigh. Take 2 more breaths. And I split your hands. Half splits. So keeping our back toes tucked under. Draw your hips back so that your left hip is pretty much above your left knee. And then flex your right toes back. So this might already feel enough for you. You might already feel here, oh, the moment I tuck my chin, my whole back line speaks to me. Then you stay here. Or right foot could slide forward a little more so you got a complete straight front leg. And then maybe the hands walk forward and you soften down. Remember, when you're stretching in your body or you're creating length in the muscles, you want to feel that in the belly of the muscle, right? So the biggest part, the middle part of the muscle, not where it starts and not where it ends. So not its insertion points, not around the joints. All right, look forward. From here, bring both hands to the inside of this right foot. And then move forward for a runner's lunge. So now my right toes are going to turn slightly out. My hands are on the inside of this right leg. My back toes are still tucked under. I'm going to lengthen through my spine. I'm going to draw my lower belly in. All right, if that's enough for you, you're staying here. Okay, for those who'd like to, you could go down onto your forearms. Okay, and we're going to hold about 3 or so nice full breaths. Good. Come all the way back up. Raise your left knee up. And then slowly walk yourself all the way to your left now. All right, so we're bringing both feet on parallel lines. Let's ground our back knee. We're going to come up into our crescent lunge as we did on the other side, both arms to reach up. All right, so now again, remember we've got our level hip line. We've got strong, straight arms. We're going to squeeze a little into this right glute, so we try and keep the pelvis quite level and quite in line with each of the hip bones. And then we're going to take our open twist. So taking your right arm back, your left arm forward. Don't grip with those front toes. Hold your balance, not your breath. And maybe you look over to your right hand. Lower your hand. Bring your gaze forward. Draw arms up. And prepare for the other side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Again, maybe looking over to the left. Draw that lower belly in. Nice. And then again, come back through to center. Second interlace. Remember, we interlace the hands. Do your second interlace. Press the arms up again. Maybe now you can sink yourself down a little further. But I'm still pressing down with my front foot. I'm nice and active in my back foot. And I'm just getting this beautiful opening in the front of my right thigh. And then release your hands down. Half splits. I'm going to keep my back toes tucked under. Bring my right knee to stack above my right hip. Again, maybe this is kind of where you stay and you can already feel the opening when you soften your head down. Otherwise, extend your front leg. Take your hands forward, belly to thigh. Soften your head down. And then just be in the shape. Don't worry about being anywhere else or thinking about anything else. Just check in with yourself. Nice. Look forward. And then bring yourself to the inside of your left leg. Left toes can turn out again. Maybe this is where you stay. I'm still pressing down slightly to the inside or the inner arch of that left foot. If you went down on the other side, you can go down on this side. All right, press into your hands, raise your back knee up, and then bring yourself into a wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to kind of stop halfway, bring both your feet to face forward, your heels backwards. You could place your cushion to the side for a moment. Wake up once again, the front of the legs, my kneecaps are drawing up so that I can allow the back line to release. And so my weight is on the front of the heels, the balls of the feet, and slowly take your time to lower yourself down as far as you can go, allowing the head to soften down. Nice. And then let's come back into a halfway lift. Coming to sit in a squat. So heel toe the feet a little closer together. Now my heels are in and my toes are out. I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. So your heels might not be on the floor here. You might have your heels off the floor. That's perfectly fine. But eventually you're working to really be able to get nice and deep into your hips to sit down here. All right. So we're going to move side to side. Taking a little bit of a twist. This is excellent work for digestion. So anyone struggling with any digestive issues, constipation, gas, bloatedness, this is a really good exercise for that. All right, so let's move over to our left hand behind you. Bring your inner right knee down towards the floor. Hook your right arm over your left thigh and then twist over to the left. So now you can feel that left thigh is pressing right onto your colon. So it's like a mechanical stimulation to the digestive system with your own body. Look forward. And then move all the way around. Right hand behind you, left knee down, left arm to hook across. Look over to your right. Beautiful. Look forward. Unravel. Find your center for a moment. And then press your hands down. Lift your hips up and again, heel toe your feet to a wide-legged stance. Sorry, lost you there. From your wide-legged stance, walk yourself all the way across to the right. And your right toes all the way out again for your runner's lunge. Again, you could place your cushion underneath your knee. Because this time, you're going to keep your right fingertips to the floor, but you're going to squeeze your heel to your buttock and see if you can reach for that left foot. All right? So I'm rolling my left rib cage forward. I'm drawing my left heel to my buttock, and I'm looking forward, allowing my hips to sink down. I'm just going to check my phone here. Sorry, guys. So hold that. So many tech issues this week, guys. Sorry, please. Y'all have patience with us. Okay. We're going to stay holding here. So opening the front of that left thigh. Who requested this? I can't remember who was requesting this. Okay, stay here if that's enough. If you want a little more, come down onto your right elbow. Okay, that's quite a big up level. So don't worry if you're not going to go down. But that is an option. Otherwise, just keep squeezing heel to buttocks and keep breathing. Let's stay 3 more breaths. Nice. Release that leg. Tuck your back toes under. Bring your right hand back to the outside of your right foot. So now your feet are on parallel tracks. And we're going to move into what we call a pyramid pose variation. So we're going to lift our back knee up and then start to lift your hips and straighten out your front leg as much as you can, keeping that back heel nice and lifted, and then slowly folding forward to the inside of your right leg. Beautiful. Look forward. Come back into your lunge. Walk through your wide-legged forward fold. We're coming all the way to a runner's lunge on the other side. So now I'm on the inside of my left leg, remember? My left toes are turning slightly out. Why? So that the left foot is in line with the angle of my left knee. You'll stay on your left fingertips. Curl your right heel to your buttock. You can reach that foot with your right hand. And then just kind of lean your weight a little forward. All right, so just set yourself up here. Remember that your lower belly is drawing in. You're rolling your right rib cage forward. If you went down on the other side onto your elbow, you can go down now. Otherwise, stay with me, staying up here. Stay in the intensity. You don't want to be feeling any pain though. If you're feeling pain, back off. But if it just feels woos or intense, then stay in it. Let's say 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Slowly release. Tuck your back toes under. Bring your left leg inside again so that you're on these nice parallel tracks and your front foot is parallel to the long edge of your mat. Tuck your back toes under if they're not. Raise your knee and then lift your hips. Start to straighten out that front leg. And then you'll fold yourself forward, keeping your your right heel lifted. Strong, active, straight legs. Nice. Let's take a few more breaths here. And move back forward. Bring yourself all the way through center. Looking forward, send your sit bones up. And then again, fold yourself forward and down. And then I just want to check because we've lost our music. So I just want to check that it's not me and that you guys can still see and hear me. So just hold that forward fold. Deep full breaths. Nice. All right. I just want to double check. Let's all come back up. So lifting your chest. Okay, remove your cushion to the side and then walk yourself to your right. Step your right foot back, come to a high plank, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and come to sit in a child's pose. So here, you might want to take your cushion, place it between your buttocks and your heels, reach your arms forward, and then just soften your head down. Nice. So just take a few breaths here. You might not need your cushion at all. And just allow the spine to really traction forward. And I'd like you to take your breath into the backs of the lungs and into the sides of the lungs. Just giving me a moment just to double check that everything is all right with all these storms and things, that I have not lost you guys. Look, that I'm still live from my side. So just spend a few more moments here. So nice to actually just be quiet and still and have time to take nice, full, deep breaths. Let's stay for 5 more breaths. Keep your eyes closed if they're open. All right. Really nice, everyone. And then from your child's pose, come up. You could remove your cushion to the side. And let's all come all the way down to lie on our belly. All right. So your legs are hip distance apart. You're going to come into Sphinx Pose. So come up onto your forearms. So my forearms are parallel now. My shoulders are pretty much above my elbows. I'm going to take my right hand across to the left. I'm going to draw my left heel to my buttock. And then almost like we did in our runner's lunge, I'm going to bring my weight into my right arm now and bring my left hand to the outside of my left foot and draw it closer. All right, if that's enough for you today, stay here, okay? It can be quite strong on the shoulders. Second option is to bring the hand to the inside of that foot. So you just change kind of the angle of your shoulder, just increases it a little bit. And you're just drawing your heel to your buttock. Roll your left rib cage forward. Nice. And then if your hand is on the inside, take it around to the outside again. Flex that ankle. Look forward and start to kick that foot back. So now you're opening through the shoulder. Pressing your pubic bone down towards the floor. Press the top of your right foot into the mat. Beautiful. And release. Find your symmetry again. You can take a little adjustment. And then take your left hand across to the right. Right heel to buttock. Again, hand can come to the outside of that foot. If that kind of feels like where you're at today. Or the hand can come to the inside. And it just takes it perhaps a little deeper. Makes it a little bit of a stronger opening. Just see how you go. Full deep breaths. Nice. Everyone take your hand to the outside of that right foot. Flex your ankle back. Ground your right hip bone down towards the floor. Kick that foot back. Open up the chest. Beautiful. Slowly release. Come back through to center. And then again, take kind of like a little rock with the hips. You're going to allow your chest to lower. Bring both heels to buttock. Notice now that the moment you squeeze your heels to your buttocks, that your hips might lift up off the mat. You want your pubic bone to press down. Take your hands back and reach for the outer edges of your feet. You can do both at the same time or one at a time. Flex your ankles. And then start to move into your bow pose. So really press down through the hips. Kick back through the legs, open through the chest, flex through the ankles, and deep, full breaths. Maybe the thighs come off the floor. Open a little more. One more breath. Really nice, guys. Beautiful. And slowly release. Release your feet down. Bring your hands one on top of the other. Just rest your forehead on your hands. Allow your heels to fall out. And then just feel your heart on the floor. So the floor kind of, well, the mat kind of pressing against your rib cage. Your heart nestled in between your lungs. Protected by your rib cage. Now just for a moment, tune into your own beat, your own vibration. And just feel the aliveness of this little pump, this beautiful muscle that is keeping us alive, that's pumping the blood to every corner of the body. Alright, bring your gaze up, slide your hands under your shoulders, and then come all the way up and over. Cross your ankles and come to sit all the way onto your buttocks. Release your legs out in front of you. Slide yourself a little forward on your mat if you ended up quite at the top of your mat like I did. Double legs now. You could sit on your cushion here or place it underneath the knees, which is quite a nice support. to fold forward. So we'll draw both arms up, hinge from the hips, take your hands forward and slowly fold down. So what's quite nice about having the knees bent here is you can almost rest your forehead on your knees. But try take the movement from the hips instead of the neck and the upper back is pretty flexible, right? To be able to move forward and down. This part, not so much. So this is where we want to find the length. It's from the lower back, lower back, lower back, lower back. And then from there, you'll soften down. Okay, but you got your cushion for support now. You're going to soften the body down towards your legs. Let gravity do a bit of the work with you. Okay, and then we're going to slide ourselves up into a seat. Place your cushion to the side. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. From here, bring both hands in front of you, in between your legs, palms to touch. And slowly, like the opposite of a spinal roll upwards, begin a spinal roll down. So bringing the lower back, keep your feet on the mat. Bring your lower back to the floor. Bring your middle back to the floor. Bring your upper back to the floor. And once you ground your head, draw your knees to your chest. Ground your left foot down. And as we started, remember the beginning of class, bring your hands behind that right thigh, extend that leg. And now just as a little check-in with yourself of how your body feels after you moved it a little more, maybe see if you can slide that hand up now. And for those who are quite flexy or feeling quite open, you might extend your left leg all the way forward. Let's take 3 full breaths. Nice. If your leg is straight, keep it straight. Let's all bend our right knee. If your left knee is still bent, straighten it now. And then open your right arm for an easy supine twist. So take your right knee across to the left. And then just soften here into this twist. Encouraging your right hip away from your right armpit. Nice, and come all the way back through to center. Both knees to chest and switch. Ground right foot. Extend left leg. Kind of have a look, see of what's going on in the body now after the practice. Maybe you extend right leg down. Remember, I'm strong and straight in the front of the legs. And I'm going to take 3 full deep breaths. Nice. Everyone bend that left leg. Everyone straighten that right leg. Open your left arm and use the right hand to guide the left knee across, encouraging, I just felt a nice click, encouraging the left hip away from the left armpit. You can look over to the left and then completely relax. Just take a breath or 2 here. Nice. Come back through to center. Bring both knees to chest for a little squeeze. Take a full breath in. And again, like we started, exhale, curl up. Squeeze yourself into a little ball and squeeze all the breath out. Extend your legs forward. can take your arms up above your head and just come to rest here now for a last minute or two, a very simple, quiet Shavasana now, as we just lie with our eyes closed. Do not move your body. Only breathe. Eyes are closed. Shavasana. Complete silence, just for a minute or so. And take a deep, full breath in. And a soft exhale out. Again, a deep, full breath in. Relaxed exhale out. And one more full breath in. A full breath out. Bend your knees to place your feet on the mat. Raise your hips for a moment. And then again, lower them back down. As you do so, draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then you could roll over to the side to sit up, or cross the legs, come all the way up. Easy seats. Hands can be on the thighs or the knees as you close your eyes. And so just taking a moment to close your practice with a heart full of gratitude for your body, for carrying you through this life. Gratitude to all its processes that it goes through every minute, every second that we are unaware of, and that it just does naturally for us. And thank yourself for taking this time out of your day just to treat your body to some extra attention, some focused awareness, some observation, some care, some time. And I thank you all for sharing your practice here this evening, or if you're catching up. I hope you can move from a more grounded and connected space throughout the rest of your week. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Apologies again about our little tech situation. I mean, I think you guys know already that, yeah, you know, they say there's always like space for human error. There's always space for tech error. So we're trying our best, but thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a wonderful evening further. Such a pleasure, Kathy. Glad you enjoyed it. Let me know how you all feel after that class, guys. How was it? Did you get into those hamstrings? I hope. I hope so. Franklin, I see you just came from a run and will do some good. Yes, it will definitely do some good. Pleasure, Larissa. Pleasure, Lisa. Such a pleasure, Bev. So lovely to have you all here. So for those of you who are able to tomorrow, in my normal 12:30 slot, there won't be yoga. There will actually be a very cool Jeff Ed, so the Jeff Education section session with Adidas about sports bras for the ladies. So see if you can sign into that live tomorrow. I think that's going to be really cool. Suri's running with that. Otherwise, you can obviously catch up with that. You can catch up with this session. And then I hope that you guys are signing up for the breakfast run this weekend, getting your numbers. Remember, it's free to sign up at 50 Rand. Offers breakfast for a child in need for a whole month, guys. So get involved. I'm sure all the coaches have got their one-on-ones involved in this. It'll be interesting to see which coach has the biggest team joining in for this. But yeah, it's so lovely having all of you here. Such a pleasure. Everyone's names popping up here. Jan, it's such a pleasure. Quiet time is so important. Pleasure, Lara. Load shedding. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Sleep well, everyone. Bronwyn, such a pleasure. To Neil, oh, I'm so glad. That's good to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Janice, thanks. Was quite difficult for me as a stiff beginner. Janice, we all begin somewhere. So, like I always say, these classes are for beginners, which means that they're slow and they're steady. And I'm trying to give you as many cues to be safe. So it takes time. So just keep coming. For every high intensity class you guys are doing, you need to be doing a flow class. You need to be doing the rehab for the hard work that you're doing, and just keep coming. But honestly, if you are doing less than 2 classes of flow a week, you're not really going to feel the difference in your body. You need to be doing it a little bit every day is better than a big chunk 1 day a week. Pleasure, Lizette. Felt good. I'm so glad. Marie Moody, thank you. First yoga class ever. Yay. How was that? I'd love to hear how your first class ever was. I'm so glad it was here with us in the Jeff community. I hope you're joining on Thursday again. So every Tuesday and Thursday, 5:30 is our Jeff Flow classes. Katie, thank you. Definitely what I needed. Those quad stretches in runner's lunge and serious cramps in my hamstrings there. But it improved was totally worth it. Improved was totally worth it. Great hamstring stretches from Cyan. Very tight hamstrings. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I know. I had a few little shakes there going as well in my body. So I'm with all of you on that. So yeah, guys, I'm not in tomorrow again, but I will be teaching on Thursday again, 5:30 in the afternoon. Please join in for the session again. If you are able to catch up with yesterday's class tomorrow, if you're not doing the intermediate practices, catch a beginner session from last week so that you're doing a flow every day. I know it's a lot to fit into your schedules. You're all doing one-on-ones and the high intensities and all of that, but it is really worth it, guys. So thank you all so much for joining. Inga just popped on here. Hello, Inga. And yeah, that's it from me pretty much for today. And I will see you guys all on Thursday. So thanks so much for joining. Okay, ciao, bye.